two different bundles, red bundles. Back side of it. This one is different.
No, like the ladder.
అంతే మాది కూడా వస్తుంది
డిఫరెన్స్
బట్ ఇప్పుడు వర్షం చాలా మంది ఎక్కువ
a few minutes. Few minutes.
No, please. You can change it. Let's go.
Jai Shrimanarayan.
Jai Shrimanarayan.
వెళ్ళిందా శ్రీరామ్ ఇంటికి కూడా వెళ్ళిందా?
మీరు పిల్లల్ని పికప్ చేసుకుని వెళ్ళినప్పుడు
వస్తుందండి, వస్తున్నారు, సోమవారం వస్తున్నారు.
మంగళారతి మంగళ వాయిద్యం మంగళ వాయిద్యం ఇస్తుంది.
नमोस्मरन्दाय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रपादाक्षि शिरोरुबाहवे सहस्रनाम्ने पुरुषाय शाश्वते सहस्रकोटियुगधारिणे नमः। सहस्रशीर्षः पुरुषः सहस्राक्ष सहस्रपात्
श्रियकान्ताय कल्याणवेद्येभ्यः श्रीवेङ्कटनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं कोसलेन्द्राय महीयमाने चक्रवर्तितनूजाय सार्वभौमाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलाशासनपरये मदाचार्य पुरोगमे सर्वैश्च पूर्वैः आचार्यैः सद्गदायास्तु मङ्गलम्।
సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అని ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తుంది. ప్యాషన్ అని దాంట్లో చేస్తుంది. డిజిటల్ చక్కగా ఎప్పుడు సౌండ్ ఉండాలి అందరం.
హాస్టల్లో
బాగా కండక్ట్ చేశారు ప్రోగ్రామ్.
So you will use an active but it is all about she's volunteering.
Where are you from?
Bank of America में you can want to do SPT service. I'm one of the people having the communication and she and her daughter are very active and very small for private pictures.
అదే మీరు తింటారు.
ओम अच्युताय नमः, ओम अनंताय नमः, ओम गोविंदाय नमः, ओम केशवाय नमः, ओम नारायणाय नमः, ओम माधवाय नमः, ओम गोविंदाय नमः, ओम विष्णवे नमः, ओम मधुसूदनाय नमः, ओम त्रिविक्रमाय नमः, ओम वामनाय नमः, ओम श्रीधराय नमः, ओम ऋषिकेशाय नमः, ओम पद्मनाभाय नमः, ओम दामोदराय नमः। ओम पूर्वोक्तेन गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायास्यां शुभतिथौ भगवद्भागवताचार्य सन्निधौ भगवद्भागवताचार्य कैंकर्य रूपेण अस्मदाचार्याराधनं करिष्ये।
आप्यायस्व समेतते विश्वतः सोमवृष्णियम् भवाबाधस्य संगते ॐ दधिप्रावन्नाकारिषं जिष्णारस्वस्य वाजिनः सुरभिनो मुखाकरत्प्रणयोगं शितारिषत् नमोऽस्मनन्ताय सहस्रमूर्तये सहस्रपादाक्षशिरोरुबाहवे सहस्रनाम्ने पुरुषाय शाश्वते सहस्रकोटियुगधारिणे नमः ॐ चरणं पवित्रं विदतं पुराणं येन भूतस्तरति दुष्कृतानि तेन पवित्रेण शुद्धे ॐ अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः ॐ अस्मत्परमगुरुभ्यो नमः ॐ अस्मत्सर्वगुरुभ्यो नमः ॐ श्रीमते रामानुजाय नमः ॐ श्रीपराङ्कुशदासाय नमः ॐ श्रीमद्यामुनमुनये नमः ॐ श्रीराममिश्राय नमः ॐ श्रीपुण्डरीकाक्षाय नमः ॐ श्रीमन्नाथमुनये नमः ॐ श्रीमते शतगोपाय नमः ॐ श्रीमते विश्वक्सेनाय नमः ॐ श्रीयै नमः ॐ श्रीधराय नमः ॐ श्रीमन्नारायणाचार्य स्वामिने नमः ॐ यतिशिखामणये नमः ॐ विशिष्टाद्वैत सिद्धान्त प्रचारक सभापतये नमः ॐ श्रीमते नमः ॐ उभय वेदान्त तत्त्वग्रहण पारकाय नमः ॐ श्री वैष्णवकुलोद्भूताय नमः ॐ सुजनाय नमः ॐ दीनवत्सलाय नमः ॐ श्रीमदाकुलमन्नारचिरकमर्यन्वयप्रदाय नमः ॐ विद्वत्कन्दारवंशीय गोपालार्य सुब्रह्मण्ये नमः ॐ अर्तमूरु ग्रामवासिने नमः ॐ हरिपूजा धुरन्धराय नमः ॐ श्रीमन्नारायण रामानुजयुभ्यो नमः ॐ अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः धूपमाज्ञापयामि ॐ अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः दीपं सन्दर्शयामि ॐ बुद्धियेभ्यस्वजातवेदा भग्नं निरतिम्बव वशोगश्च मह्यमावह जीवनं च दिशो दश धूपदीपान्तरं शुद्ध आचमनीयं समर्पयामि ॐ अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः नैवेद्यं समर्पयामि ॐ देवस्य द्वासविदः प्रसवेऽस्मिनो बाहुभ्याम् पूष्णो हस्ताभ्यामाददे ॐ अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः पुष्पमालां समर्पयामि हास्यवाङ्मयसञ्जातं नारायणपदाश्रितं श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे ईश्वरस्यावशम् ॐ अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः मङ्गलनीराजनदीपं सन्दर्शयामि विशिष्टाद्वैत सिद्धान्त प्रचारेक विहारिणे श्रीमन्नारायणाचार्य स्वामिने नित्यमङ्गलम् यावत् प्रपञ्च सम्पूज्य चरणाय महात्मने श्रीमन्नारायणाचार्येति राजाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलाशासनकरे मदाचार्य पुरोगमैः सर्वैश्च पूर्वैराचार्यैः सत्कृतायास्तु मङ्गलम्। बोल स्वामी जी महाराज की जय। स्वामी जी महाराज की जय।
జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ. జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ. జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ. ఈరోజు మన పూజా మందిరంలో ఉన్న పెరుమాళ్ళు డైరెక్ట్గా నడుచుకుంటూ మన ఇంట్లోకి వచ్చారు. ఎంతో ఆనందంగా ఉంది. మనందరి తరఫున స్వామివారికి స్వాగతం పలుకుతున్నాను. భగవద్బంధువులు మీ అందరికీ కూడా స్వాగతం. అడియన్ మా మీద కరుణ ఉంచి నేను సర్వీస్లో ఇంకా ఇంకా బాగా చేసుకోగలిగేటట్టు అనుగ్రహించాలి. మా కోరిక అదే మా కోరిక అడియన్. సో మీరు మా ముందర ఉన్నప్పుడు కాకుండా లేనప్పుడు కూడా మేము మనసులో ఇదే మీ విజన్ని మేము మనసులో పెట్టుకుని ముందరికి నడుస్తూ ఉండగలిగేంత శక్తిని మాకు అనుగ్రహించండి. జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ. సో ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి మనకి డోనర్ అప్రిసియేషన్ ఉంది. And Plano City Council which we are going to have dignitaries who will come and do a proclamation and Statue of Equality donate చేసిన డోనర్స్ అందరికి అప్రిసియేషన్ ఉంది. మనందరికీ మంగళాశాసనం అందిస్తారు స్వామివారు. అండ్ తర్వాత కొంతమంది కొన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయి స్వామివారికి వినవించుకుంటాము అని అడిగారు. సో దాన్ని కూడా కొంచెం నేను కేటాయిస్తాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. Pregna, yes. So Pregna teachers appreciation and the Pregna teachers meet also. So we request all the Pregna teachers to sit in one area. I don't know where you can find place, but yeah. And who is coordinating? Shivaji, will you be coordinating? Pregna. Pregna teachers unnaru. If man Pregna classes అవుతుంటాయి. I'm sure everybody is aware of the Pregna classes that we do here. So holistic personality development classes for children 5 years and above. So Pregna teachers అందరూ and many of you అంటే చాలా మంది మా బంధువులు అడిగాను. బంధువులు లేకపోతే భగవద్ బంధువులు. సో ఈ పరివారం అందరూ ఇక్కడ ఉండడం చాలా చాలా సంతోషంగా. డోనర్స్ ప్లీజ్ చెక్ ఇన్ అట్ ద డోర్ మనకి సైడ్ లో ఉంది. అక్కడ చెక్ ఇన్ చేయండి. అండ్ so donors check in cheyandi and please come. They will tell you exactly when to get come and get Mangala Shastras. ఈ రోజు మన అత్యంత ఆనందకరమైన విషయం ఏంటంటే సముద్రాల రఘురామానుజ స్వామివారి ఇక్కడ ఉండటం. స్వామివారితో స్వామివారితో మొదటిసారిగా నాకు కొంచెం టైం స్పెండ్ చేయగలిగే భాగ్యం దొరికింది. అండ్ ఎంత హ్యూమిలిటీ అండ్ ఎంత స్పిరిచువల్ నాలెడ్జ్ అండ్ హ్యూమిలిటీ అమోఘం. సో మేము నేర్చుకోవాల్సిన చాలా ఉంది ఆచార్యులు. జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ. ఎస్టీచారి గారు ఎస్టీ చారి గారు ఇక్కడ పరిచయం చేయాల్సిన స్వామివారు చెప్పారు. సో వారు మా బాబాయ్ గారు అండ్ శ్రీ వైష్ణవ సేవా సమితి తెలంగాణ సంఘానికి అధ్యక్షులు. వారు ఎన్నో మంచి కార్యక్రమాలు చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. సముద్ర రఘురామాచార్య స్వామి మీరు ఏమన్నా అనుగ్రహ భాషలు అందిస్తారు?
సారా మీరంటే ఏమన్నా చాయిస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ మైండ్.
చెప్పండి అడిగారు.
జై శ్రీరామ.
జై శ్రీరామ.
ఇదివరకెప్పుడు నేను స్వామివారితోటి బహుకాల పర్యటన చేయలేదు. సాధారణంగా పర్యటన చేయడం కూడా నాకు కొంచెం నేను ఇక్కడ కూర్చోవడం, రాసుకోవడం, చదువుకోవడం, నా దగ్గర ఎవరన్నా చదువుకోవాలని వచ్చి వాడికి చెప్పడం తప్ప నేను పెద్దగా పర్యటన చేయను. కానీ ఈసారి మా స్వామివారు మా ఇందుండే అనుగ్రహంతో అమెరికా చూడటం మొదటిసారి కాదు, ఇదివరకే 4 సార్లు చూశాను. నేను అమెరికా చూడటం కోసం రాలా, మిమ్మల్ని అందరినీ చూడటం కోసం వారు తీసుకొచ్చారు. భగవద్బంధువులు. ఎందుకంటే మేము వచ్చిన భగవద్బంధువులు చూడం కదా. ఆత్మ శరీర బంధువులు చూస్తాం. వీరంతా ఆత్మబంధువులు, అందువల్ల ఇది చాలా విశేషమైంది. మనకు పెద్దలు ఏం చెబుతున్నారంటే, అంజు పొరుళం అరిత్తవల్వా ఇందులా నంజం మిహకొడియర్ నామ్ చొల్లు అంటాడు ఒక ఆయన. విరామ్ షోలై పిల్లై అనే ఆయన. మనకు మహానుభావులు వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే 5 అర్థాలు ఇస్తారు. మన తల్లిదండ్రులు ఇచ్చేవి ఒక్కొక్క అర్థమే. అమ్మ శరీరం అనే అర్థం ఇచ్చింది, నాన్న డబ్బు అనే అర్థం ఇస్తారు, అంతకంటే ఏమి ఇవ్వరు. కానీ ఆచార్యులు 5 అర్థం ఇస్తారు. అంటే స్వస్వరూపం, పరస్వరూపం, విరోధి స్వరూపం, ఉపాయ స్వరూపం, పురుషార్థ స్వరూపం అని 5 తెలియజేస్తాం. ఈ 5 తెలుసుకుంటేనే మనం బుద్ధిమంతులము, మానవులు అనిపించుకుంటాం. లేకపోతే ఆ గడ్డి మేసేవాటికి, చెట్ల మీద కూర్చొని కూసేవాటికి మనకి ఏం తేడా ఉండాలి కదా. వీ హ్యావ్ టు ప్రిజర్వ్ అవర్ స్పెసిఫికేషన్. మన భగవంతుడు ఎందుకు పుట్టించాడు? బుద్ధిమంతుడిగా పుట్టించాడు. భగవాన్ రామానుజులు గారు అంటారు వేదాశ్రంగా, సర్వేషాం పురాణినాం పరమాత్మ బుద్ధిశక్తిని ప్రవృత్తి శక్తిని సమానతగా దదాతి. అన్ని పురాణులకు బుద్ధిశక్తి ప్రవృత్తి శక్తి సమానంగా ఇస్తాడు. పశుపక్షాలకు ఉండే బుద్ధి పశుపక్షాలకు ఉంటుంది, వాటి ప్రవృత్తి వాటికి ఉంటుంది. వాటికి తెచ్చుకోవడం తినటం తప్ప అంతకంటే బుద్ధి ఏం అక్కడ. ఎలా ఆత్మరక్షణ చేసుకోవాలి, ఎలా సంపాదించి తినాలి. అందుకే తెల్లవారు నీటి తెచ్చి పక్షులు అలా ఎగురుకుంటూ పోతాయి. ఎక్కడికి పోతాయంటే ఏదో తెచ్చిపోయి పట్టుకొచ్చి తాము తిని తాము బిడ్డలకు పెట్టాలి, అందుకంటే ప్రయోజనం ఉండదు. కానీ మనకు బుద్ధిశక్తి విలక్షణమైన బుద్ధిశక్తి. మనకున్నంత వరకు మనం ఆలోచిస్తాం, మాకు తెలియకపోతే స్వామివారిని అడుగుతాం. వారు పర్యాలోచన చేయాలంటే శాస్త్రాలు అడుగుతారు. అందువల్ల బుద్ధిశక్తి ద్వారా మనం ఏం చేయగలము? మాకు ఇంతతో తెలిసింది, ఈ జాగంకి చాలు అని మనం ఉన్నాం ఎప్పుడు కూడా. మనం ఏం చేస్తాం? ఇంతకంటే అధిరోహిణి, అది మహతాం ప్రార్థన అంటారు మహాకవి కాళిదాసు. బుద్ధిమంతులైన వాళ్ళ యొక్క గొప్పవారి యొక్క లక్షణం గొప్పతనం పొందడం కోసం ప్రయత్నం చేయాలి. ఇక్కడ ఉంటే ఇంతకంటే పెద్ద మీద కూర్చుంటే బాగుంటుందని నేను అనుకోవాలి. అందుకే నేల మీద కూర్చునేవాళ్ళను, ఇంకా వీలైతే పాతాళంలో దిగాలని అనుకోకూడదు. ఒక స్థాయిలో ఉన్నవాడు అంతకంటే ఉత్తమ స్థాయిలోకి వెళ్ళడానికి అనుకోలేదు. మన బుద్ధి భగవంతుడు ఒక ఉత్తమ స్థితిలో ఇచ్చాడు కనుక మన ఆలోచన ఉత్తమంగా ఉండాలి, శాస్త్ర సంపన్నమై ఉండాలి, ఆత్మోజీవకమై ఉండాలి. మన చుట్టూ ఉండేటువంటి సమాజానికి ఉజ్జీవకం, ప్రయోజనం, సాధకం అయి ఉండాలి. అటువంటి బుద్ధిశక్తి ప్రవృత్తి శక్తులను మనం సాధించుకొని మన జీవనాన్ని సాగించేంత వరకే బుద్ధిని వినియోగించకుండా ఈ జీవనాన్ని ఉత్తరింప చేసుకోవడము అంటే మిగతా వాటి కంటే విలక్షణంగా ఉత్తమమైన స్థితి ఒకటి ఉందని అక్కడికి చేరేందుకు ప్రయత్నం చేయడం మన యొక్క లక్ష్యం కనుక అటువంటి కావాల్సిన యోగ్యతను అంజుగురుడు అన్నమాట. 5 రకాల పదార్థాలు, వస్తువులు ఇచ్చేటువంటి వాడి మహానుభావులు వారి పట్ల కనుక ఇన్బం ఇల్లా ప్రీతి కనుక లేకపోయినట్టయితే వాడు నంజం మిహకొడియర్ విషం కంటే భయంకరమైన పరమార్థమునిచ్చే ఆచార్యుల పట్ల ప్రీతి లేని వారు విషం కంటే చాలా భయంకరమైన వారు. విషం చాలా ఉపకరిస్తుంది, శరీరం మాత్రమే తీస్తుంది. కానీ ఆచార్యుల పట్ల ప్రీతి లేని వారు ఏం చేస్తారు? ఆత్మను చంపేస్తారు. అందువల్ల శరీరం పోతే మళ్ళీ దాన్ని సంపాదించుకోవడం, ఆత్మ పోతే రాదు. అందుకని రామోజీ వారు కూడా చెప్తారు, ఆత్మోజ్జీవనం కోరేటువంటి వాడు, ఆత్మోజ్జీవనం కోరేవాడు, ఆత్మను బతించుకునేవాడు అంటారు. అందువల్ల మనం ఆచార్యులను ఆశ్రయించాలి, వారి ఇచ్చేటువంటి పరమార్థాన్ని మనం గ్రహించాలి, ఆత్మజీవనాన్ని పొందాలి. అటువంటి బుద్ధి స్థైర్యాన్ని, సావకాశతను ఇటువంటిది ఈ దేశంలో కూడా ఎక్కడైనా అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. కూడా ఎక్కడైనా 25 గంటలే, 24 గంటలే, ఎక్కడైనా అదే సపోర్టు, అక్కడైనా అదే ఉద్యోగం, అదే సంపాదన, అదే బ్రతుకు, తేడా ఏముండదు. కాకపోతే మనం ఎంత టైంను వినియోగించగలం, మనం వినియోగించడం సముచితంగా ఉంటుందని మనం ఆలోచించుకుని అలా చేయాలి. స్వామివారి యొక్క అనుగ్రహం మీకు పరిపూర్ణముగా ఉండుగాక, భగవద్రామానుజుల యొక్క అనుగ్రహం పరిపూర్ణంగా ఉండుగాక. జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ. స్వామివారు రావడం మనందరికీ చాలా గొప్ప అదృష్టం. మన బంధువులందరూ ఇలాంటి కార్యక్రమాలు ఇంకా స్వామివారు వచ్చినప్పుడల్లా ఇంకా ఇలాంటి కార్యక్రమాలన్నీ చేసి వారి యొక్క పాదపద్మాలకు నమస్కరించి వారి యొక్క గొప్ప పాత్రలు గారిని మనసారా వంచిస్తున్నాం. జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ.
కొంతమంది మన బంధువుల పిల్లలు అలాంటి సెలవులు నేర్పిస్తారు. ఒక్కటి రెండు పాఠాలు ఒక్కొక్క భాష ఒక్కటి పిల్లల దగ్గర
பல்லாண்டு பல்லாண்டு பல்லாயிரத்தாண்டு பல கோடி நூறாயிரம் பல்லாண்டு நின்றோர் மணிவண்ணா உன் சேவடி செப்பித்திருக்காப்பு அடியோமோடும் நின்னோடும் பிரிவின்னி ஆயிரம் பல்லாண்டு வடிவாய் நின்பல மார்பினில் வாழ்கின்ற மங்கையும் பல்லாண்டு வடிவார் சோதி வளத்துறையும் சுழாணியும் பல்லாண்டு படைப்போர் முழங்கும் அப்பாற்ற சன்னியமும் பல்லாண்டே.
ఎవరు గారు 2019లో వచ్చిపోయినప్పటి నుంచి ఇప్పటి వరకు వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడ శ్రీ వైష్ణవ బంధువులం ఒక 34 ఫ్యామిలీస్ వరకు తయారయ్యే స్వామి. ఎవరు మా అందరికీ ఉద్దేశిస్తూ మాకు ఏమైనా అంటే మన సంప్రదాయపరంగా ఇంకా ఆధ్యాత్మికపరంగా మాకు ఎలాంటి మార్గదర్శనం ఇస్తారు.
Jai Srimanarayana. So happy to see you all in Mr. and Mrs. Senapathi's family. As Dr. Chinna Jeeyar Swami said, with all the extended family members. And our Swami said, Perumalacharya, be here when Swamiji comes. So if Swamiji do not come, don't be here.
No converse.
So, meeting with each other, doing activities together is not we do for the sake of Swamiji. Do we? We do it for our own sake. Why do we eat food? To satisfy others? Why do we drink water? So that others feel happy? Why do we do so?
To fulfill our body needs.
It is for our own benefit, not to benefit anybody else. So also doing activities together is not to benefit anybody else, but to see that we will be benefited individually and also together. And our Satishji said, we are a few Vaishnava families and we are growing, trying to grow more. And in few years, like 5 years, there is a nice growth. We saw an advertisement in India, grow more food. use a lot of fertilizer and grow more food. We do not grow like that. There are only two types of people in this world. One who realized who they are, and the two who did not realize who they are. Those who realize that they are, they call them as Vaishnavas. Those who did not realize themselves, they call them with different names, with many, many names. Though they call with those different names, they are also Vaishnavas only. There is nothing in this universe which is not a Vaishnava. For Vishnu is the one who is all-pervasive. His very name is Vishnu, who is pervaded in everything and who supports every object of this universe. No matter whether it is a piece of stone, a great mountain, an animal, a tree or a bird, a man or a devata, whoever realizes that we are also a part of the Vishnu, they become Vaishnavas. Those who did not realize, they remain as they think. That's it. But even they also are Vaishnavas only. There is nothing in this universe which is not a Vaishnava. We first of all need to have this ideology. And then we should work on that to make people understand who they are. Some people, to inculcate the ideology, they use a sword. Some people use the gunpoint. Some people use some other elements. But we people belong to Vedic lineage, always depend upon the enlightenment provided by our great gurus, our great acharyas. While accepting the presence of Vishnu in and around everything, we always believe the words and the wisdom from the Vedas. We never put our own mind in deciding the factors that are otherwise, invisible. God is not someone just you can see with your naked eyes, as you see the people, as you see different objects. Soul is not something what is visible like a fruit or a flower. Mind is not something that's visible even to the so-called the autonomous like doctors, because these things are invisible by nature. They should be understood by the recommendations made by the scriptures like Vedas and Vedantic scriptures. We believe in them for those things. We never put our paicham in front of these things to decide this kind of stuff. We sincerely follow that. To talk anything about God, we take only those Vedas. And those Vedas decided that the one who runs this entire show is the one who is the spouse of Mahalakshmi. And Vedas said that Harishchate Lakshmi'scha patnyo ahoratre pahasve nakshatrani rupam asvina vyatam. So they said, they decided, what is the power that running this entire show of this universe? Who created all these things? Why did he create all these things? And who is he fundamentally? And they said, the one who creates is none other than spouse of Mahalakshmi. Vedas said that and we took it for granted. If we have any other thought, we have to go and consult with Vedas. You cannot decide what the object is, what the concept is. And you can speak something about if you have really gone there and seen that. And somebody says that, yeah, I have seen that. That means he's cheating you. He's cheating you. So, Vedas are ultimate scriptures, authority final for anybody because of their anciency. If the scriptures elaborate something of those scriptures, then they are authority, authentic. Otherwise, those scriptures also will be kept aside. We never accept such kind of scriptures at all. To talk about, to know something, yes, you can read it, no problem. You can understand it, no problem. But they never become authentic to talk anything, to decide anything about the factors of this universe. Whatever the practical part of that Veda is called a Smriti. Whatever the theoretical part of that became Purana. And whichever is describing the activities through some lineages of a dynasty, they became Itihasas. The Ikshvaku's dynasty, how did they practice? The Vedic recommendations is elaborated by a historical book called Ramayana. How the Kuru dynasty participated in practicing the Vedic recommendations became Mahabharata. But not confined to only one dynasty or to one time zone, but gave the introduction of many dynasties, of many times, and they called it puranas. And whatever the divine part of that is elaborated to practice, to know, to deal with, became agam. And when you, out of your concern, love, you start eulogizing or praising the concept, they became prabandhas. So there is a perfect, unquestionable process of the authoritativeness to the scriptures, which is described by our great acharyas, very well established through their works. And we believe in those things. And that's how this we deal with. It was the great Acharya Rama, 1,000 years before, who established that lineage with all perfectness. There were so many other schools before, But Ramanujacharya, discussing the pros and cons of all the schools, discussing about the ways and means of those schools, then he came to a conclusion and established the concept, what we call today as Visishta Advaita. And there he said it is Lord Narayana and Sriman Narayana who is the ultimate reality. And the rest of the stuff what we discuss about is becoming his divine body. Whether they are sentient or non-sentient objects, whether they are moving and non-moving stuff, all these become the divine form of that God, Sriman Narayana. And he works with all these things. Sometimes he allows us to see, experience the form of the body. But sometimes he may not like it, maybe he withdraws everything into him, absorbs and keeps inside in some kind. The same stuff again brought out, the same stuff again he withdraws into his body. When he brings forth, called creation, srishti, and when he withdraws, is called dissolution or pralaya. But he is the one who constantly supports whether it is expanded form or contracted form, but he keeps them with always. And he is just the same one, whether he is bringing them forward or just is taking them back. But he remains as it is, and they remain as it is. And hence, there are no other commanders, there are no other controllers, there are no many gods, and there are no many Paramatmas. One Paramatma working with beautiful and pervasive nature, and the inner life called soul is the one who supports always. And they always enjoy the warmth of his grace being with him. Chitram ramramyate tam tribhuvana vapusham Vishnu isam namam. And he enjoys doing this divine deed of bringing them up and withdrawing them back to him, and again expanding and then contracting. And he does this constantly whenever he feels like doing. Neither you can force him nor I can force him. This is what the Veda talks about. And what is the form of him? Just having the four hands with the five weapons in his hands and beautiful jewelry, having a nice crown, and sitting in a big seat like this somewhere in the heaven. No. That is a form for undoubtedly you can create to him, and yes, he will be there in that form too. And for him, nate rupam nacha akaraha na yudhani nacha aspadam. So the great sages eulogized to him, nate rupam, a God. There is no specific form, only there with just four hands. Nacha akaraha. There is no specific form like, he only remains with, one head, two eyes and two nostrils, one mouth, 2 ears and 2 hands. Because it's great, so add another 2. So 4 hands. No limit as such. Na Yudhani. They're not Pancha Ayudha Stotram you chant every day, like having the discus, the conch, the mace, the sword, and the bow, etc. These are only the things that he can use. Can't he handle the AK-47? He is beyond any weaponry involvement. Na Yudhani. Where does he stay? Vaikuntha, in Paramapadam. No. You need not confine him to a place. Where does air stay? So also, for him, there is no limited space as such that he is confined only to this place. At Tathapi Purushakaraha. In spite of that, you chose to appear in a human form. For whose sake? For the sake of humans. Because we, the humans, are able to experience the presence of anything in a human form only. And we love only the human forms so much. Yeah, we sometimes may be loving a pet dog or a pet cat more than anything else. But that is, depends upon the samskara of the person. The person might have born like a dog in previous birth, not able to give that connectivity, and then he owns a dog during this birth and start dealing with it. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you need not take care of any pets. You can. You love them, but you love humans more than them because you are a human guy. You do love all other creatures if you realize their nature, if you realize their form, if you realize their existence. In spite of that, as you love a human, thus you won't love any other creature. Understand? So, if you want him, the universal God, as a human form, as he accepts to take that form as his, and you are not happy if just you see him as you are. You want him a bit super with two more hands, and one not just with a single head as you are. Even we are not happy with one head. Did you see some people doing namaskar? They do first like this, then they do like this, and then they do like this, and then again they do like this. You know why? They feel as if they have another head here, another head here, another head under somewhere. And so they do once, they do this, and they do this. And while doing this, they tilt like this. They tilt like this, and then they do like this. They think that there are so many heads. So, you want God at least with many more heads than you, because you respect him so much. And then just you have given 1,000 heads. Do you think God has only just 1,000 heads? He got trillions and jillions of heads. All the heads of these living organisms he can make as his head and can work at in stays beyond the limitations of these heads. What do you mean? Sahasrakshaha. 1,000 eyes, Sahasra Shapura, 1,000 heads. So the modern research scientists may say that the Veda is a foolish guy, not having a rational thought. At least one head, 2 eyes, and Sahasra Shapura. How he becomes Sahasratra? Dvisahasratra he will become. And some people have 6 eyes, 2 plus 2 plus bifocal. So, it doesn't mean that 1,000. And he said, Bahuni, not to create any kind of controversy. So he just simply said, Bahuni me yetitani janmani tavacha, many, innumerable. Doesn't say that he is confined to a form, confined to a place, yet he accepts them, whichever you provide to him. You feel like seeing him in, he accepts it as his form and presents himself to you. Yes. Tadhapi Purushakaraha Bhaktanam Tvam Prakasase. Because you are so concerned for your devotees, and in whichever way they want you to see, to satisfy them, you accept that as your form. And somebody wants to say, hey Lord, I want to see you as a frog. Said, no problem. You take the frog form. You may not like it, but for him, it's pretty much fun. And God, I want to see you in a cockroach. He said, no problem. You may be having a hatred towards the cockroach, but not he. He allows a cockroach on you, equal. But he loves cockroach much because there is no ego with him. But with you, a lot of pollution, so much bad order. But with other creatures, no. So it doesn't mean taking the forms of those creatures. Thus he accepted a boar form, a fish form, a lion form, a swan form, and a stone form, a tree form. He doesn't care what form it is. All that he cares whether he is able to satisfy you or not. That's it. That is what we believe. That is what we call as a Vaishnava. All the ideology of what it is said as he and his expansion, yes, that is Vaishnava. Well, some people might have seen a part of it, and then they formed another school of thought, and some others seen a different parameter, and then they followed that. That became another school of thought, and some other observed him from some other parameter, and then they started forming another school of thought of that specific lineage, and then there became another concept, another siddhanta, like Ramanandi, Vallabha, Nimbad, Chaitanya. Many schools of thought, but all these become the Vaishnava ideology, basing on the Vedic school, Vedic recommendations. And if one doesn't believe in Vedas and Vedic recommendations, we don't hate such people, but we feel sympathetic to such people, I just pray to God to give them great wisdom to understand His nature. That is what is a Vaishnava. So Vaishnava doesn't mean that one born in a specific lineage or specific caste or specific color, speaking a specific language. No. All these are different limitations. It is coming by adoption. Whoever adopts that way, I think he becomes a Vaishnava. All that were multiply diverted from the main track. And if you understand that and come back and join the mainstream, nothing is needed. Nothing is needed. Only the interest that you have is the needed stuff. And then when you again come back to the mainstream of the flow, finish. You're done. You became a Vaishnava. That is the reason in Ramayana we see even a vulture became a Vaishnava. Who is that guy? A monkey became a Vaishnava. Who? Hanuman, Sugriva, Anuveda, all the monkey forces. A hunter became a Vaishnava. Who is that? Guha. So, for one to become Vaishnava, nothing is needed except accept it. Accept it, that's it. But when you really accept it from the bottom of the heart, you tend to do something. See? One says, I love you so much. I love you so much. And my love, there's no bounds to say. And when he is just, suffering something, heat and bleeding, and say, I love you so much. But go there and take the pipe water. Come on. He doesn't say that. If he really has that love and concern, forgetting about himself and his comfort, he jump up to see that it is dressed properly and cleaned and brought back to the normalcy. A realization always puts you in action. One thinks that I am a realized soul, but no action. He is a cheater. He thinks that he got realization. He doesn't know to respond. That means it is always mockery. We need to have a realization to act upon. If you say, I am hungry, and the food is there, but you say, just no, I don't want to eat it. Well, what is that? Please consider that he is really hungry. Yeah, there may be something like to stop him not eating, like if he knows that it is a poisonous stuff, or if he knows that it is belonging to others, then he may not. That's okay. But otherwise, you should be able to translate the thought into action. That's what our prajna is doing. That's what our prajna is aimed at. When you think something, when you know something, when you understand something with perfectness, it definitely will be translated into action. If not translated, your knowledge is not complete. You know that is good. and you know the value of it, and still you are not trying to take it, means either you may be knowing that it is artificial stuff like Chilakavanga, or maybe you know it is not really gold stuff, it will just shine like gold. Or you may be knowing by touching that you will be arrested and punished. You may not be touching. Simply when you go to your backyard and you found something, a pot full of gold coins, and you say no. So, if the knowledge becomes real and it comes to action automatic, then only you call it knowledge. Otherwise, it's only just to portray, nothing for other purpose. So we, as a follower of Ramanujacharya, try to put the knowledge in action. We try as much as possible. First of all, we need to understand. We try to understand. And then we try to practice. And that practice in a realistic way. What does it mean by realistic way? There are people who think that they are pretty much devoted and they are not concerned for the society. Thinking, oh, some society is something different. And they think that they are pretty much devoted and they want to just confine themselves to puja mandirs. Confine themselves to the scriptures. Unless they want to simply chant something and offer something and keep eating something and distributing something, and then they stop doing any other activity which is of knowledge. And some people do think that they are pretty much socialized persons, they know much about. And when they are very much with society, they don't want to believe in God, thinking that, oh, it's a religious stuff. And whatever this you do is a ritualistic stuff. We don't want that. We want something spiritual. Spiritual is just saying something like this, just keeping a posture, doing meditation, and then seeing something glowing inside and just going somewhere. And we don't consider that also as a real spiritualistic ideology. And they are called extremes. Some people who are with the devotion, they call them extremists. And those who think that they should not talk about God, those are extremists with not having any real exposure towards the concept. When you really think that God is in everything, everywhere, and everything and whatever you see becomes His divine form, and you love a person through his form only. Yes? You can't see a person without form. As a matter of fact, the person is unseen. Soul cannot be seen, isn't it? Can you see the soul? What's your name? Sri Ram. Stand up. Come on. Wait. Keep your body there and come here. What do you think? Keeping your body, stuff, hands and legs stuff there, and just you come here. As a soul. Is it possible? And I want to give you a fruit. Ready? Ready to take it or not?
Yes.
Yes. I want Mr. Ram to take it. not the body. Can you take it? How do you take it? Exactly. Take it now. Sit down. Remember, doing something to X should happen through the body only, not without the body. If you really believe in God and He is all pervasive, permeate every stuff in this universe, and you should do something to Him through His body. Body is this world. The entire world you see. And when you see a body and you love that body and you want to do something to that body, and some part is suffering from some pain, to which part you attend first? To the part which is suffering from some pain. This is what Chinna Jeeyar Swami found. When you look at the whole form of the God, the world, and there are some people who are suffering, calling themselves as untouchables and hurricanes, downtrodden, or something blah blah blah. And other people thinking that they are pretty much devoted and dedicated and scholarly, not touching them is not justified. And then he first of all brought them into the society, gave them the mantra, opened the doors of the temple for them, and made them understand, serve the Lord in the temple.
Again,
that is a real devotion.
Kshaminchadu. I think somebody parked the car with 8119. The police officer is here. They parked it incorrectly. If you have your car number 8119, please park it correctly.
Maybe the type of car?
No, it's.
I think
She's going.
I'm wrong. That is also a part of God, which is not properly kept and facing some pain, should be corrected.
This is also part of it.
Police is also another part who wants to see that body is kept correct. And we see some people thinking they are very highly devoted, but they are not bothered about the society. And we see some of the people concerned for the society, but never bothered about the inner self. I think both are having low vision. Both are having some kind of deficiency. We need no deficiency at all. That is where our prajna comes into picture. And prajna tries to inculcate the knowledge of the Lord as how He is conducting the life right from us through the universe we see around. And as they grow big through the modules, and prajna teaches them to translate the knowledge into action. That is what we call Vedi Seva. So having knowledge, acquiring knowledge, and putting that knowledge into practice, both go together. They are not separate. But one is invisible and the other one is the visible. So knowledge is invisible. What you practice, that's what the world sees. But when the world sees, should feel proud of you and they should follow you. They also should learn something. They also should practice. This is what our Vedi Seva are trying to do. And Prajna is trying to inculcate that knowledge, and Vedi Seva is trying to put it in action. I am happy that here there are nice teachers who took the responsibility of inculcating that knowledge, drawing nice pictures on pure white papers like children. And when they draw the pictures, it is Vedi Seva taking those pictures into the society and putting them for demonstration so that people can enjoy the beauty of them. So, Mangala assessments to all the Prajnates, Prajna students, and Prajna teachers, and Vedi Seva volunteers and organizers. And the SRS, Ramani Sahasramurti, is a beautiful activity celebrated to show our gratitude to that Acharya Ramani Swami who was living for 120 years at the ripened with the experiences of the life and gave a beautiful vision to the world. And commemorating that we did that great project called SOE, Statue of Equality. And then many of you became a part of that great project. And few of you, of course, have come there, but many could not come due to various other reasons. And we also could not come out of that years. And this year, we wanted to visit all those devotees who were responsible in making the dream real by constructing the Statue of Equality project in a better shape and encourage that. For all of them, we wanted to say just a big thanks. And also, we wanted to do something else called a Statue of Union. Because having done something there, you should also do something here. And that is the Statue of Union, the great mighty Hanuman's statue, having 90 feet of height, made of 5 metals, and we wanted to bring him to Texas, to the state of Texas. Of course, he is not confined to only state of Texas, though he presents here. You see the sun always in the sky on some direction, but he doesn't belong to either that corner or to any part wherever he is showing his light. So also, we may be belonging to any part of the world, but when we are doing something for a good cause, that is where we can make our names also engraved in the annals of the history. So, the Hanuman statue as a statue of union, that means who becomes a nice bridge between people, between the fauna and flora. Let him be with us. Let him inspire us. Let him be the one constantly inspiring us and lead our lives for the betterment of the society. And whenever there is an issue comes, let him resolve it. Okay? So that is the reason the Hanuman statue is coming in Houston right now. And the height is 90, made of 5 metals. And what can we do? Be a part of it. Be a part of it. Not supporting somebody's cause. Let's be a part of it. Chant a nice mantra, which is Sundara Setu, and then chant it every day and keep something for that cause. Will it be alright? Yes. All of us can do that?
Yes.
Let us start doing that. How much you keep, that's your choice. But do it every day till he comes. And you may be able to do just $1, but that's fine. I'm so happy that welcome to Mr. Williams, the council member, and who is here with us all to encourage all of you to be united and to work for the benefit of this county and also for the country. And because we all here breathing the wind and drinking the water and eating the food of this land, we should work for the benefit and upliftment of this place and to the rulers. At the same time, the servers of yours are made in India. And hence, you need to take care of those servers also so that they function properly. So, do some good activities constantly and let the country you live in benefit and let the country you are from also get benefit. Let both remain intimate friends so that the world can enjoy the warmth of friendship and let them share the love and the message of peace. God bless you all and Jai Shri Narayana.
We request.
Oh, please.
If you want.
Oh,
This goes. Connect. Is
it okay?
Yeah.
Is it okay? Namaskaram, everybody.
Namaskaram.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Narayana.
I'm honored to introduce Plano City Council member Shelby Williams here. He has been a huge supporter of our Indian community, and just a little bit of an introduction. So, first of all, thank you for being here, Shelby. Thank you, Swami Maharaj, for being here. We are blessed by your presence. Truly appreciate that. So, Plano City Council member Shelby and his wife have been in Plano for about 20 years now, and they have 3 wonderful daughters. He was first elected to City Council back in 2019. And he just got re-elected. Thank you to the immense support from everybody. And Shelby has a huge support. He has been a huge supporter of the Indian community. We truly appreciate that from our side. He currently leads a marketing agency, and he's very passionate about reducing taxes and civics. So we absolutely will see his contributions through many, many more years to come. So we truly appreciate that. Thank you, Shelby. Would you like to say a few words, please?
Yes, thank you very much. It is a great privilege to be here, and not just to attend, but to bring a proclamation on behalf of the City of Plano and our Mayor, John B. Munns. I'd like to read it now. Whereas the Plano Indian American community recognizes and appreciates the exceptional contributions of Chinna Jeeyar Swami, the founder and inspirer of the Sri Ramanuja Statue of Equality and other humanitarian services. And whereas Sri Ramanuja was born in 1017 and practiced and propagated the ideology of equality across all faiths, ethnic backgrounds, social status, and genders a century ago. And Sri Chinna Jeeyar Swami's global outreach efforts have created widespread awareness about the Statue of Equality and its underlying message of equality, inspiring individuals from diverse backgrounds to embrace the values of equality, inclusivity, mutual respect, and social harmony. And whereas Swamiji, with his humanitarian leadership and guidance, set up educational and volunteering services platforms to support the noble causes globally and here in Plano to serve humanity through education, service, and wisdom. And whereas the Indian American community in Plano, Texas strives to embrace those values of equality, respect, community service, and instill a sense of duty and good character in the next generation of kids to make them good citizens. Now therefore, I, Shelby Williams, on behalf of Mayor John B. Munns, do hereby proclaim August 11th, 2023 as Equality Day in Plano. And I do thereby encourage all citizens to join me and the Plano City Council in this special observance. Thank you all very much for inviting me.
I'll give you a small memento as well. This is the Statue of Equality in Hyderabad. So you should make a plan to visit Hyderabad once.
I would love to. Thank you so much. Thank you for
I ask our people to make an arrangement to bring you there.
That would be great.
And we love to welcome you there.
Your wishes are command.
Thank
I'm
you so
so
much.
happy. Most welcome.
Most welcome to. Thank you.
Please. Take on this. Like this. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. So Srini Ji was here, Srini Ji and his wife. Sorry.
Mother-in-law.
That's my mother-in-law.
Mother, please come here.
Mother-in-law. Radhika.
Lakshmi Ji are 15-year residents of Allen. Originally from Nagpur, India, Srini Ji came to the US in 1999 for graduate studies and had since then worked in supply chain at leading technology companies in the DFW area. Serving the community has been a key priority, and over the last few years, Srini Ji has been deeply involved in multiple election campaigns, helping elect conservative candidates, Allen City Council to the US Congress. He ran for the Allen City Council last year and appreciates the widespread support. Came very close to being there. Support he received from the community. He does tremendous amount of support to many of our causes. He's always there for our Vaishnava community, of course, and has been a big supporting pillar for us. So, Srini.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excuse me, so real quick, if anyone parked inside the cul-de-sac, apparently we have so many cars out there that the school bus is not able to get through and kids aren't able to get home. So if you could temporarily move your car somewhere else, please, that would be much appreciated, at least just until the school bus can get by. Thank you. Yeah, everyone who parked in the cul-de-sac, we have to move the cars right now.
should not turn Swamiji's visit into a political thing. We should turn Swamiji's visit into a political thing.
I also want to thank Shrikandi for supporting the website.
That was a pleasure, Raji. Thank you all for coming.
So once again, just to remind if you have a car parked in the cul-de-sac, we do need to move it right now. Just because the school bus is already here and we need to make sure the kids can get home safely.
Plano Police Department is coming.
Yeah, Plano Police Department's coming, so if you want God to take your car for the rest of the day, you better move it soon.
Jai Sri Narayana. We welcome you, Mr. Shelby Williams, here. So just wanted to share with you, in terms of, you may have heard about Chinna Jeeyar Swami building statue of equality in India. Equally important news, just 2 days ago, when we were in Austin, Sri Chinna Jeeyar Swamiji and few of us, we had an opportunity to go to Texas School for the Blind and Visually Impaired. Because he has been a visionary who has revolutionized the concept of empowering the blind in India. He started schools and normal education on laptops. They also appear for exams without help of any scribes. It's the first of the kind in the world. And again, the service has no boundaries. So we want to do the same thing in United States. We have partnered with Tennessee School for Blind, Washington School for Blind, the Houston Council for Blind, also Texas School for the Blind and Visually Impaired. So when we went there, again, it's mainly to look at the library block we are building there to enable the children to listen to the audio library. And we also extended a small token of contribution to them, like Swamiji has given $30,000 to the school. Thank you, Dr. Samudra Rangaraman Swami, for reminding me that, again, the organizations which Swamiji has started not only cares in terms of inclusion for the disabled, but equally important the neglected section of the society, the women, especially the rural women who lack access to the health. So he initiated Mahila Arogya Vikas, which stands for blossoming the health of the women.
Women health care.
Women health care, which simply translated into English. And using that campaign, we have screened so far 2.6 million women for cervical cancer prevention. Okay? And that is done for free. We have been doing it in India, Nepal, and Swamiji also has vision to expand the services to United States, UK and other countries too, of course, working with the local legalities. Right? So we hope things move in a progressive manner, and we appreciate the help from people representatives like you, not only serving the community but also extending your support and solidarity by coming to places like this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now again, we speak about Swamiji, and thanks for having the proclamation to call it as an Equality Day. Right? But again, Swamiji is nothing but the organization. Very recently, in this year, he was honored by the President of India with the third highest civilian award of the nation called Padma Bhushan. And when we asked Swamiji about his message when he received that honor, he said, this award does not belong to us. This award belongs to each and every volunteer of the organization and anybody who is serving the society. So he dedicated his award for that. So that reminds me that even a gathering like this doesn't happen without an initiative by a volunteer. Like we have Mrs. Lakshmi Senapathi ji, who is serving as the Vice President of Jeeyar Educational Trust, Mr. Vara Senapathi ji, who is her beloved spouse, and wonderful kids, both Vatsalya and Chinmay, who have been active volunteers since childhood, maybe from the age of 4 or 5. So it's a beautiful family. We are very happy to gather here and also to meet you and Mr. Srini Raghavan as well. And with that, we have some small tokens of appreciation for the volunteers like Senapathi family here, who played an important role in making some of the projects of Swamiji happen to come into reality. Please, this. So now we pray to His Holiness Sri Chinna Jeeyar Swami to bless the family with the statue of equality replica.
మీరు వెయిట్ అన్ని మీరు తీసుకోండి. మీరు మీ బాబు
కిషన్ గారు అర్జెంట్ అనౌన్స్మెంట్ సన్నీ మాట్లాడుతున్నాను వెనకాల
Okay, all right. Again, friendly reminder, as Mr. Chinmay has mentioned earlier, many cars are blocking the cul-de-sac, which is preventing the school bus not to come into this area and drop the school kids. So please, we request all of you, whoever have parked the cars, not to cause inconvenience to the kids. Please go out, check for your cars and come back. We'll be here for a few more minutes. Thank you. Okay, we have many volunteers here who will be acknowledged by our organization. Mr. Pradeep Kumar Samudrala, Mr. Srinivasa Kandale, Mr. Dwaraka Iyengar,
next.
Mr. Vishwanath Chintala, we request the volunteers and devotees to come this way, and once you accept the momentum, please go this way. Mr. Srivatsa Bhargava Kandale, Mr. Upendra Cherugandla, Mr. Raj Bhattar,
that's fine. I have
Jason Renata, I'm sorry everyone, I gave you the incorrect information earlier. It's not the cul-de-sac right now, right here. It's actually the perpendicular street connecting to the rest of the neighborhood, and that's where the bus is trying to get in, right at the beginning of the neighborhood.
Galaxy.
So if you go down, there's a...
Galaxy Lane and United.
Yeah, we have some. So KNH 3982. It's a blue Honda sedan. KNH 3982. That's one of them. There's PWL 6514. PWL 6514. Car completely. There is KCS 1035. It's a white Toyota Highlander. KCS 1035. That's blocking the school bus. And there's a red Tesla KK999. There's a white Mercedes-Benz RVK 5022. So if we can, if you have any doubt that your car is parked perpendicular in that road, not down this road in the cul-de-sac, please go outside and check. The policeman is here. The school bus has been stopped on the road for the last 20-30 minutes, and they're trying to get the kids out. This is not the last community, and they have to head out somewhere else too, and the kids have just been waiting in the heat. So if you have any sort of idea that your car may be parked in the wrong place, please go and check right now. Vishnu.
Yeah. Mr. Naga Oleti. Mr. Uttam Kumar Dravidam. Mr. Arvind Kumar Chigurala. Mr. Satish Buragata.
Sorry, one last time. There's another license plate, JWD 1071. It's a white Subaru, in case that's your car.
Ecos of India, this is Srilata Surigaru.
Dance teacher.
Mr. Ramesh Paramkrishan garu. Mr. Srikanth Konda.
Excuse me, everyone. Everyone, please listen. This is very important. The car KCS 1035. It's a Toyota SUV. We need to move it. This is blocking the children from getting to their homes, and the police are going to get involved. Please go check your cars if you are parked at any intersections. It's a white Toyota KCS 1035.
Mr. Ravi Toti Reddy. Mr. Your name, I'm sorry. Toti Reddy. Srinivas Kandade. Mr. Yadagiri Garu and Shobha Garu. Mr. Suman Senapathi Garu. Mrs. Madhavi Sunkareddy Garu. That's okay. Then your car is getting towed. Whoever is the lucky person with 8F6102.
Sorry, ma'am.
Nitya Veda Swarupa Garu. Nitya Veda Swarupa Garu. Mr. Vijay Senapathi Garu. Mr. Mahesh Choppa Garu.
మనం బయటికి బయట కథలు మనం త్వరగా బయటకు వెళ్తే దొరుకుతారా తీసుకుందాం ఎవరికారు వాళ్ళు తీసుకోవాలి ఆయన విషయాలు ఆయన
Suman Senapathi Garu. We welcome Mr. Matt Shaheen for joining us here with Associate Representative.
Satish Garu.
Radhe Krishna. Jai Shrimanaya. Once again, good afternoon, everybody. We are here in the presence of Representative Matt Shaheen. Representative Shaheen is currently serving his 5th term in the Texas House of Representatives, representing the citizens of West Collin County, including Plano. He is the proud grandson of immigrants and was raised in Virginia. He moved to Texas when he was 22, and him and his wife have 3 wonderful kids who all attended Plano schools, grown up in this area. So Matt has been in this area for a long time now. He served on powerful house committees. He served both at the city level and now at the state level. Matt has been a huge supporter, and that's a big understatement. He's been a huge supporter of the Indian community. We love Matt. Matt loves us back. And thank you, Matt. We really appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much for inviting me. And this is a crowded event. I hope this many people come to like my birthday or something like that. This is very, very popular. Let me just greet you. I actually have a proclamation and recognition of all the great work that Mr. Swamiji has done. So throughout the state of Texas, tomorrow, the whole day is going to be named after Mr. Swamiji. Say that always remember that there's a very special and unique relationship, not only with the United States and India. India is the largest democracy, the United States is the oldest democracy. But I will tell you that some of the best Texans come from the Indian community. So this is your home. You are some of the greatest Texans. God bless you and have a prosperous, prosperous weekend and Independence Day. Thank you very much.
You want me to introduce Mr. Shane?
I've already done he's done his part.
He's better dressed than I am.
If you want to present, read the proclamation.
So let me read the proclamation real quick here. It's very long, so I'm going to talk really fast. Okay? It says, whereas Swamiji, with his humanitarian leadership and guidance, set up educational and volunteer service platforms to support noble causes globally. Here in Collin County and Frisco and Plano to serve the humanity through education, service, and wisdom. And whereas the Indian American community in Frisco, Collin County, and throughout the state of Texas strives to embrace these values of respect, community service, and instill a sense of duty and good character in the next generation. We can all agree how important that is. And whereas the teachings continue to inspire, his legacy and contribution to society continues to be felt here in North Texas, and throughout the world. Resolved that August 12th, so tomorrow, will be recognized as the day of Mr. Swamiji.
Oh, okay. We're going to
Okay. That's great.
Thank you.
Welcome. Most welcome.
Thanks for coming.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Thank you for having us.
మేము బయలుదేరుతాం బయలుదేరితే కానీ వీళ్ళు బయటకు
మీరు వెళ్తారు
అందుకోసం మంది త్వరగా బయలుదేరుతున్నాం
జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ.
జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ.
Behind him.
But she was also going to bring